So the Gaudium and Spes Award recognizes persons for promoting understanding of the Church in the world according to the vision of Vatican II. The Gaudium and Spes Award is a special tribute presented on occasion by the board of the National Association for Lay Ministry to an individual who, in an exemplary manner, evidences commitment to the vision of the Church as articulated in the documents of the Second Vatican Council, and who, in a special way, advocates and fosters the enhanced rule of the laity who respond to their baptismal call to ministry in the Church and in society. His Excellency Archbishop John Wester is the Archbishop of Santa Fe and recently celebrated his Silver Jubilee as a priest. Congratulations, dear Archbishop Wester. He's widely known for his pastoral concern, commitment to dialogue, and advocacy for peace and human dignity. He has labored consistently in the vineyard of the Lord, along with us clergy, religious, and laity as co-workers. Ordained as a priest on May 15, 1976, it is no wonder that his coat of arms not only reflects symbols from his patron saint, St. John the Evangelist, but also a rosette representing our Blessed Mother Mary, month of May. Consecrated and installed as Auxiliary Bishop of San Francisco and appointed Vicar General on September 18, 1998, Archbishop Wester was later appointed Bishop of Salt Lake City on January 8, 2007, and 8 years thereafter installed as the 12th Archbishop of Santa Fe on June 4, 2015, where he has since served out his ministry. Archbishop Wester has been the Episcopal Moderator for NALM for several years, and we have witnessed his love and passion for lay ministry. Do you recognize the gentle and pensive man in this picture? Yes, that is our NALM Episcopal Moderator, a dedicated and fearless advocate for just laws. You can read more about this picture in Santa Fe, New Mexican publication. Through his pastoral letters, his blogs, and stands for the dignity of the human person, Archbishop Wester continues to witness to each of us in a manner that convicts us to also respond to the gospel message with courage. Now, let's take a quick poll, only 4 questions. If you score 100%, you will receive the blessing of a decade of the rosary. If you score less than 60, you will have to dedicate 15 minutes of your time to corporal works of mercy. Do we have a deal? Let's go. So you see the poll questions? Michael, is it possible to share the question?
I think the poll is open.
Oh, okay, good.
It should have popped up on people's screens.
Thank you. Let me know when you have the responses, please. I should have said I give only 1 minute.
So far, about half have completed the poll.
Very good. Trust the teacher on me to give a quiz, right?
Right. Well, we're up to 75% who've participated, so I'm going to go ahead and end the poll and show the result.
Thank you. Oh, okay. That's great. I think many of us do know our Archbishop well. All the responses really were Archbishop Wester. When the prelates met in Rome during the Second Vatican Council and added this quotation to the pastoral constitution on the church in the modern world, aka Gaudium et Spes, little did we know that our era was being forewarned of the tentacles of apathy, selfishness, pride, and greed. And I quote, never has the human race enjoyed such an abundance of wealth, resources, and economic power, and yet a huge proportion of the world's citizens are still tormented by hunger and poverty, while countless numbers suffer from total illiteracy. Never before has humanity had so keen an understanding of freedom, yet at the same time, new forms of social and psychological slavery make their appearance. Although the world of today has a very vivid awareness of its unity and how humanity depends on one another in needful solidarity, it is most grievously torn into opposing camps by conflicting forces. For political, social, economic, racial, and ideological disputes still continue brutally, and with them the peril of a war which will reduce everything to ashes. Unbeknown to the participants of the Second Vatican Council, they also painted a picture for us of what it means to walk in the shoes of the ultimate fisherman, what it means to be a great shepherd of souls. To me, that is represented in Archbishop Wester. Please bear with me. This is a quote from Gaudium et Spes, paragraph 2. Christ, to be sure, gave his church no proper mission in the political, economic, or racial order. The purpose for which is set before her is a religious one. But out of this religious mission itself come a function, a light, and an energy which can serve to structure and consolidate the human community according to the divine law. As a matter of fact, when circumstances of time and place produce the need, she, that is a church, can and indeed should initiate activities on behalf of all persons, especially those designed for the needy, such as the works of mercy and similar undertakings. So thank you, Archbishop Wester, for initiating activities and standing with the weak, the needy, the disadvantaged, the marginalized. While we, the members of NALM, thank you for your ministry, even in these precarious situations, our Lord looks kindly upon you and smiles because you fed the hungry, you visited prisoners, and ensured that those under your care were treated fairly. Likewise, I believe our Blessed Mother, to whom you are so devoted, will continue to wrap you in her loving mantle of peace. On behalf of the National Association for Lay Ministry, I am honored to present to you, Archbishop Wester, the 2026 Gaudium et Spes Award for encouraging collaboration, co-responsibility, and the active participation of lay ministers in the life and mission of the Church.
Thank you very much, Dorothy. I'm very, very grateful to you and to the board and to all the members of NALM for this singular honor. I'm not sure I deserve it, but I'm grateful for it nonetheless. I'm very, very grateful. Here's the, you can all see it. I'm just so pleased to accept this award, and it means a lot to me. And this, I can assure you, will have a very special place in my rectory when I retire. So I'm just very proud of this and very grateful to you all. I don't like it when people sing happy birthday to me. I get embarrassed. And so this is very embarrassing. But I certainly, I can still remember where I was when Bishop Kakanis, who, as you know, chaired the subcommittee on the pastoral co-workers in the Vineyard of the Lord, when he asked me if I would succeed him as the Episcopal Moderator for NALM. I was standing at CRS headquarters in Baltimore, and I remember exactly the spot where I was. And ever since then, this has been just one of the, I think, a very significant and special part of my ministry to be associated with all of you, you wonderful lay ecclesial ministers. So I thank you, and I acknowledge you, actually. I believe in the old Broadway maxim that we make each other look good, and certainly I can't do anything without you. So I thank you, and I appreciate you and all that you are, and I appreciate NALM. I think that our collaboration exemplifies the union between lay and ordained ministry very beautifully. As I've mentioned before, while on that subcommittee for co-workers, it was a given. We came very immediately, it was a given that you cannot speak of ordained ministry without speaking about lay ministry, and you can't speak about lay ministry without speaking about ordained ministry. Together we are greater than the sum of our parts. Jesus sent the disciples out to baptize in the name of the Word made flesh. And the first charism of the priest is to proclaim that same Word made flesh. We have the same mission. We have the same Lord, the same Spirit. And so it's completely understandable how these vital ministries, lay and ordained, are inextricably linked and intertwined as they make Christ present to our world. I want to say to you, I was very pleased. Yesterday we had a seminarian retreat. They're on retreat from Monday to Friday, and I was there with them yesterday. And in one of the Q&A sessions I had with them, one of the seminarians said, I'm very interested in this wonderful relationship between the ordained ministry and lay ministry. And our professor had us read Presbyterorum Ordinis from the Second Vatican Council and talk about how these two ministries work together. Oh, I said, Rico, come here, I'll ordain you right now. I was so happy to hear that in the seminary, and here's a seminarian who was really appreciated how his ministry as a priest is going to work so beautifully with lay ministers, and how we saw the two as working together. I was just so delighted to hear that. We're so linked, obviously, as I just mentioned, by the gospel. To use the metaphor or a meme, the priest from the pulpit and the lay minister from the pew, so to speak, that each has the role to play. The Eucharist is a wonderful example. It's interesting to me, in the first Eucharistic prayer, the Roman canon, it says there, as the priest offers and as the people offer for themselves, that the people are participating in the Eucharist, Sacrosanctum Concilium. Christ is present in the assembly. This wonderful recognition of how the laity are such a vital part of the church, as they are the church. And so this connection, this symbiotic relationship is so very, very important. And of course, it's all rooted in service. We're here to serve the people of God. The ministries are ordered to serve the people of God. Jesus knelt down and washed the feet of the disciples. And I would say the ministries serve each other. Lay ministry serves ordained ministry serves lay ministry. I oftentimes say to our priests that we clergy are chaplains to the laity. We're the laity chaplain. We're the servants of the laity. We're there to serve the laity, and they serve us so beautifully. And of course, all of this is caught up here. We just celebrated Pentecost in the Holy Spirit. It's one Spirit, but many gifts that Christ gave to his church. So I thank you. It's been a great grace for me to be associated with you. I'm grateful that you have invited me to continue to be your moderator even after I retire. And so it's very kind of you to ask me. I'm really deeply gratified that you would do that, and I hope to serve you as best that I can in the years ahead. And so thank you one and all. You heard my prayers. Please pray for me and know that together we'll continue to serve the church with joy and gratitude. Thank you very much for this beautiful award. Thank you very much.
Archbishop Wester, it is indeed our pleasure that you accept this award on NALM's behalf. We couldn't be more happy that you have been and will continue to serve as our Episcopal Moderator. As you were speaking, I couldn't help but remember Gaudium et Spes means joy and hope. And the joy and hope that you give us as lay ministers, just in your words and your witness and how you have approached your ministry, and have given witness to us as the relationship and that synergy that we can have when we really work together to serve this reign of God here on earth, when we all use the gifts that we have been given by God to build up this reign and to work together to bring about peace. We know it is all possible, and that joy and peace really can come to fruition. So thank you for your past, and thank you especially for your future, that you will continue to serve as our Episcopal Moderator. We know that together we will do amazing things.